Number 5. First question that I always have when I see a Gatot pick is, seems like Gatot is the sole initiator of the team. So how is TOID going to facilitate that? Because for the longest of time, if Gatot is the only guy that can kind of start the fight and he doesn't really have the most reliable tools, is there a second way that Liquid can kind of guarantee success?
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, it becomes more of like the utility set, and it's more of the, okay, what's Aran doing then? If we're looking at it in a bigger team fight sense, what has Aran been able to do as a CC so that if ever Widdy and Hezkiel didn't get the scenario that they want in the team fight, the CC is going to be the one cleaning things up and trying to reorganize things again, make sure everything's okay. Irachiki, I like that he rushed a tough boots instead. He is up against that Harith, and a lot of control on the side of ONIC Esports that he could be susceptible to in terms of the ganks, even though he has to Purify. A very defensive-minded first item, and it's the right call.
So Kyrie is actually slightly behind in terms of XP. Fabian did hit 4 first. Kyrie's going to be hovering the top side a lot, so Aaron Shiki is going to be the target. I think Kyrie, he's going to be there while Shadow stuck onto Aaron Shiki. It's going to be Purified out, waits for it. First blood, Severo claims it.
Easiest rotation there for ONIC Esports, and immediately they've already built up a respectable lead for that Harith. Got a few hits onto that gold plating as well up top. Now Liquid ID will have to rebalance it with this turtle, a turtle that they will get without a problem.
It's a push and pull so far. Sans will hit 4, let's give him access to the Eternal Guard. So even if TLID wants to make follow-up moves, you can't really do that on his purple side, and Kyrie knows it, right? Saves that it doesn't have the retribution, it doesn't need it. So you get the purple buff, move on to the same rotation onto the orange side. And ONIC Esports definitely have found an angle of assault. No Purifying Aaron Shiki means that TLID needs to put more attention on the top quadrant of the map.
Yeah. Widdy will be hitting level 4 before Keyboy. Gonna take some time before the Tigreal gets to that point. And okay, they've changed up the rotations a little bit now. A top side exit for Fabian. No gank onto the gold lane, so now the gank for ONIC Esports will be the EXP lane.
And Kyrie looking to snowball that lead, but Aran does have the vengeance. It's not the easiest man to take down. Keyboy spots this rotation out. Hezkiel also has the Nether Realm, which in a way, I guess, despite having a Tigreal for ONIC, it really comes down to who presses that ult first, right? Like, you press, you lose. So the good idea, they're going to be playing a more technical approach against ONIC, right? Do you get to force out the implosion first or the shadow kill first?
And Widdy will see each other first. Come on, pull back. Can be committing it as Sans is not within the area. Severo already going for a double laning setup. Real quick, just clear it. Back to the gold. And now it's a top side rotate for ONIC Esports, and Team Liquid ID are not in position. Hiroshiki might fall here next.
And he sees Kyrie ain't gonna win that exchange. No way. Keyboy just blocks off the middle lane. Hezkiel and Widdy having a hard time trying to get past this Tigreal. Purple buff will be started by Fabian. The Sans and Keyboy sees that. Implosion gets used. Eternal Guard drop on top of him. Push him back close to the turret. NetherRealm gets dropped, followed by an AOG. Kyrie escapes with the shadows. So somehow TLID gets away, but Kyrie still got the buff, right?
Yeah, he got in. He was able to shadow just in time. Despite all of the delay that Widdy was doing onto the Hayabusa, Kyrie still got there, shadowed in, retreat, almost died, but he got out. But this is still looking good for Team Liquid ID.
He will get the turtle. No contest for sure on the esports. They know that there's no nether round. They might try. They bring Widdy down low. Aran up next, Kyrie goes in, an attempted steal, but it will be Aaron Shiki that secures the objective. Aran not able to move on forward. Lippy stuck in a tough spot by the curtain call, but still, ONIC Esports retreats. It's the most even game we've had so far in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think Fabian didn't even have its retribution there for that turtle. They just took it themselves. They rushed it and just hope that Kyrie won't be able to steal it away. So for ONIC Esports, that little adjustment that Team Liquid ID did, that Widdy stopped Kyrie or delayed Kyrie from getting to the purple buff, alongside the invade, actually this is the domino effect of it now, where in Team Liquid ID, it's a little bit more the one dictating the tempo. The lanes have, no, they haven't swapped. Okay, so they did the thing where Fabian will go into the EXP lane for maybe a wave or two, while Aran exit's lane is rotating more alongside his opposing EXP laner.
Plenty of mid lane presence from ONIC, that's for sure. So Aran has to fall back again. try to heal up as much as possible. And I think this entire mid quadrant has just been controlled by ONIC, right? So much presence. Witty now has to match the rotational Keyboy to the top side, where Severo has a slight advantage in XP over Aaron Shiki.
Yeah, I think both teams just know how important the gold lane farm speed is for them. They are, at this point, the main conditions. Everything that we're seeing in the map, the center of the map, in the river, in the jungle, is so that Severo and Aaron Shiki can just be left to their own devices. Again, ONIC Esports got the first gank onto the gold lane of Team Liquid ID, and Team Liquid ID are just stopping any more from happening.
Fabian speeding up in terms of the clear 2 as expected from the Joy. Now ahead in experience compared to Kyrie, just by a little bit. That's pretty much it. Once Kyrie clears his buff, they're going to be even again in terms of experience and net worth. This third turtle is going to be a big point of contention. Liquid ID have gotten the first 2, but with Kyrie on their top side, it really feels like if Liquid ID wants to take this turtle, they can do it now.
Could be a big 3-for-3, 3-for-2 trade for this next objective on home, but without Kyrie there, ONIC Esports should not challenge this heavily. Look at that.
Could be AOG, curtain call, hits on the tree, Keyboy on the retreat. Witty zones all of them out, even based off the Eternal Guard. So Team Liquid ID get the turtle, but ONIC, they get something in return, right? Kyrie even shadow kills the top wave to shove it in even deeper. Meanwhile, Severo, in a 1v1 against Witty, finds nothing. I suppose it's a decent trade. You get structures as ONIC ID, you get to defend this mid-tier 1, you do lose the bottom tier 1.
Yeah. From Keyboy, it's not going to be the easiest job for him to get a big one as Aaron Shiki has to both have purifies the main targets that he needs to get. Fabian.
Always get control, push under the turret, safe by the nether realm from your Hesq. Again, it's just a layering from both sides. The implosion was used again, but Liquid ID says no rest for the wicked. They keep on piling on the pressure and finally will get the mid-tier 1.
Compounding interest for Team Liquid Indonesia. Fabian gets spotted out by Kyrie.
Should be safe. Kyrie escapes. Does lose his purple buff. Wait, he got it again?
Yeah, he still got it.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that was
something else.
He just got it. Like, somehow he just got it back. Like, he knew, he was like, all right, I'm going to shadow kill now, top side, because I want to be there for my purple buff.
That's the prowess of a man who has been under the pressure.
Yeah.
A weight that could create diamonds.
And now ONIC Esports are just trying to find the glowing turnaround because Team Liquid ID have effectively taken control of this game. Again, even though ONIC Esports were dictating the tempo around the center, Team Liquid ID were somewhat matching it. They were following the rotations, but that just meant that ONIC Esports weren't getting kills. They weren't allowing Kyrie to snowball, or Kyrie couldn't snowball because Team Liquid ID was not giving him any room or any chance to find that. Outside of that first kill on Aaron Shiki in lane, after that, there's been nothing for Kyrie to find and get.
The only guy that he could solo kill reliably is Aaron Shiki, right? Everyone else has either too tanky or has a way to survive the full combo of him.
Yeah. Witty, I feel like, has really stepped up this game. In the previous game, it was way too tough for him, but now Witty's in the zone. He's locked in. He's matching Keyboy per speed, and then at the same time, his skill is reading things really well. Alongside Witty, the Keyboy and Sans, everything that they've done right now was just, I wouldn't say wasted, but it wasn't the outcome that they wanted.
Both teams are very ultimate reliant to Keyboy. He's waiting for that moment. Like, flicker up in 3 seconds to show himself first. Severo also revealed. Witty straight to the back, getting pushed back. It's going to facilitate potential dive. Lippy flickers to safety. So that's a couple of cooldowns out. Conceal instantly spotted out. Rivero onto Aran, trying to chase him down with Zam and Force. Vengeance keeping Aran alive, but they did get the nether round out.
Okay.
ONIC Esports counting their blessings. Witty missing the AOG. It's a scrappy exchange at the Lord Pit.
And Keyboy, the trigger discipline on this implosion. He knows that if I can't get his kill, if he can't get Aaron Shiki, Fabian is his next best bet. Stop our retribution from happening. Burst it down immediately. But his kill right now, his nether realm, back in another 35 seconds if I'm not mistaken, but that's still too long. But Keyboy's gonna get punished!
Yeah, and now implosion into Eternal Guard is the full fight on the Esports. They have the damage, but so does Liquid ID. A run goes down, but Lippy and Keyboy trade it back. Kyrie finds Fabian into the shadow kill. So Pharaoh falls with the Salmon Force, looking for Witty. Witty falls. ONIC finds Tree, and now Lord is in their control.
What a commitment by Severo, Kyrie, and Sans to push forward. Kyrie got the shadow kill off, and Severo said, now it's my time to finally use the Zaman Force that he held on to for so long. I thought he already used that way earlier. And that's a win for ONIC. At first, it was Team Liquid that pushed back ONIC. ONIC then got to push back Team Liquid ID after they saw they used a lot of resources. And without the Nether Realm, the big ticket ultimate, since it was used to save Aran in the mid lane, ONIC Esports were able to win that.
I have a feeling the Nether Realm was just a few seconds off that cooldown.
Yeah.
We saw that green light pop up right as the Heskill went down. Still, Keyboy, even with his dying breath, right, his bush tactics got read by Fabian, and he still was able to make use of that implosion. Now, ONIC looking to do some massive structural damage. Tier 2 mid and top both going down.
And the question now for Team Liquid ID will be, can they get the Harith? They don't have that reach, but they do have the dive. They do have Fabian. Fabian and Aran look like their best options to disrupt Severo, potentially nuke him down, paired up with Widdy, somehow, some way being able to taunt the Harith. Way easier said than done.
Keyboy still has the flicker. He has not used it. Hasn't found the need to use it so far. If you have Liquid ID, you have to keep that at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Man, as Keyboy had the flicker, we actually lost track of him. We killed him so fast, we didn't know.
Yeah, he just stood there like with the chase Team Liquid ID did. He got his implosion off because he was like, all right, sure, I'll just use it. I know I'm going to die anyway. And Sans was there to follow up. Lutfi, Severo, and Kyrie then eventually came in as well. So, yeah, I think you also understand why this has been such a low-kill game. Because there's such big-ticket ultimates on either side that you really have to count. Especially now if you're Team Liquid ID. Again, they didn't dictate the tempo up until they eventually did. They were just matching the rotational speed because they were watching out for a big implosion combo or just getting caught out by the implosion regardless.
Yeah, both teams very ultimate reliant. So ONIC sets up a slow push bottom. TLID sets up a slow push top side. ONIC is going to shove that wave in just a little bit with, again, key angles covered by Lutfi and Keyboy. The longest game today was like, what, almost 20 minutes? It was an almost comeback from ONIC in game 2, but this game could go down that route. A Lord advantage for ONIC. But at the end of it, right, it's just a 1.5k goal lead, the closest we have had.
I have a feeling this one could be done in 17 to 18. I mean, still relatively close to 20, but again, I've just been consistently wrong for predictions this entire playoffs.
You'll still be right for this one.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting close to that. Well, not really close, but how things have been developing, there's a good chance.
Ow.
AOG, only on to Lutfi. Severo, he's untouched so far. Trying to force out the Nether Realm, cannot get it, but they do get the Revitalize. Conceal, you see that, Shadow Kill. Now Nether Realm is down, Severo is in the middle of it! Couldn't dash away, taunted by Widdy! Fatal mistake from ONIC. Young gun, the Keyboy still commits. Where's the follow-up? There it is on Kyrie. Fabian looking for Lutfi, being controlled. Aran against Kyrie. Aran escapes, Kyrie falls back. 2 for Team Liquid ID, and the Lord just spawned.
A pair of mistakes from both teams. Severo getting caught out. I believe he dashed into a wall, but then he was also taunted by Widdy. He was just chained with a little bit of crowd control. If it wasn't the dash, maybe a pull from Heskill as well. But at the end of the day, the Harith went down way too early. Keyboy salvaged it with Kyrie to be able to take down a Ronchiki, which is why they look good here. Again, the taunt of Widdy. We set it up before that big fight. That's one of the main things that they can use to punish Severo.
The only difference is that Severo still has his Purify somehow, right? Didn't find the right moment to use it. Heskill just got his Wishing Lantern. Fabian, this kind of equalized the top wave as well earlier on. So we go back to square one. Keyboy this time has no flicker to work with alongside the implosion, and Liquid ID, they're pulling aggro on the Lord. They want control.
They've been using the ultimate of the CC, the curtain call, to actually set up for the AOG, which is the right strategy. They're going to be significantly slower, then that should make it easier for the AOG to land. If Aran can find a big one alongside Widdy, that'll be great.
Kyrie is going to use the Shadow Kill. Fabian down low, Lutfi on top of him with the Nether Realm. Kyrie gets the objective. They take out Fabian. Severo now gets to do what he does best. Right in the middle of everyone. Ronchiki could not hold a candle to this young man. Kyrie does go down, but not before Widdy falls. ONIC Esports once more takes possession.
A step closer, nay, a leap closer to an ONIC versus ONIC Grand Finals. To the very first Philippines versus Indonesia Grand Finals in Season 3. Kyrie finds a run!
And he's going to get 2 in a row!
Yeah, oh my goodness, Kyrie and Severo might have just won it for ONIC Esports.
The cavalry might be fast on ground, but ONIC Esports up in the air will rebuild the kingdom as they lock in grand finals. A chance to get that two-peat with the steel roster and securing a trophy regardless of the result for ONIC as an organization. They take down TLID 3-2.
It's been a long time since making it to a grand finals.